I, 28F, am the youngest of three, and from as far back as I can remember, fairness was whatever kept my sister happy. My sister is 32. My brother is 35. From early on, it was obvious who the favorite was. My sister was loud, emotional, unpredictable, and she got everything she wanted. She cried until she got new clothes. She threw tantrums until my parents gave in. My brother left as soon as he could. At 18, he moved out and never really looked back. But I didn't leave. I stayed, mostly because I was close to my dad. He owned a small construction company. It wasn't glamorous, but it was solid, honest work, and it made me feel useful. My earliest memories of my dad are at construction sites. He'd bring me along on weekends. I'd sit in the truck while he negotiated tile orders or walked scaffolding. He once let me hammer a nail. I felt powerful for the first time. By 19, I was helping in his business officially. First part-time, then full. By 22, I was shadowing him on site visits, drafting contracts, learning how to talk to contractors without sounding like a pushover. My sister? She was living 3 cities away with her third boyfriend in 2 years, pursuing a wellness brand that existed mostly on Instagram stories and debt. My dad didn't judge. Not out loud, but every time she asked for money, he sighed in this heavy way, like his soul deflated a little. Then the diagnosis came. Parkinson's. Slow, relentless. I remember staring at the paper, not knowing what to say. He just said, "Guess it's your turn to carry the toolbox." I stepped up. No hesitation. I learned the books, dealt with difficult clients, managed payroll for 10 guys and 2 apprentices. I stopped dating. I barely went out. My life narrowed down to the business and my dad's health. And my sister? She came home once every 2 months, usually for money or emotional validation. She'd cry about her failing relationships or not being seen. Then leave. Mom would make excuses for her. "She's not as strong as you." I hated that line. Since when is emotional weakness an excuse for selfishness? 6 months after the diagnosis, my dad brought up the will. I resisted at first. I didn't want to take anything, but he said, "You're not taking, you're keeping it alive." He left the company, house, and the majority of assets to me. My brother would get a clean share, no drama. But my sister? A fixed amount. He included a clause. Any fraud, manipulation, or deceit, and their share would be revoked. I only told my brother. He understood. He actually laughed and said, "She's gonna flip her damn lid." She did. The minute she found out, she accused me of exploiting Dad while he was sick. She showed up at the house, screaming, crying. I was his favorite. She yelled. He told me I was special. She said I manipulated him with my martyr act. Dad calmly told her, "You were special, but special doesn't pay bills." She stormed out, didn't speak to us for almost 4 months. During that time, Dad's symptoms worsened. His hands trembled even at rest. His voice slurred on some days. I installed grab bars in the bathroom and put a chair in the shower. One night, he fell while trying to pour himself water. He was embarrassed. I sat with him on the floor for a few minutes before we even moved. My sister didn't answer her phone that night, or the next, or the day we took him to urgent care because he couldn't swallow properly. Then suddenly, boom, she's back. With big news. She's pregnant. 10 weeks. She announced at a family dinner like it was a game show reveal. She showed us a printed ultrasound. Everyone reacted exactly how she expected. Mom cried. Dad nodded mildly. I stared. Something didn't feel right. The timing felt too perfect. Her inheritance was threatened. Suddenly, she had a baby to secure her future. Too convenient. Too clean. Over the next few weeks, she amped up the manipulation, asked Mom to guilt Dad into changing the will, told me I couldn't possibly understand what it's like to be a mother. Then she went directly to Dad. I overheard her whispering, "Your grandchild deserves better. You're punishing an innocent baby." He told her, "No." Dad shut it down. calmly but firmly. The will is final. She cried, screamed, said she was being erased from the family, then left again. She left again. No updates. No OB appointments. No baby bump. But plenty of dramatic Instagram posts about betrayal and family trauma. Dad passed away 2 months later. In his sleep. I am thankful it was peacefully. I was there. My mom was there. Even my brother came to check things the next day. My sister? Not even a call. But she made sure she arrived at the right time for the attention. At the funeral, she made a scene. Collapsed next to the casket. Cried harder than anyone. She gave a speech. Talked about the baby. Said it would be named after Dad. People clapped. I stood frozen. A week after the funeral, we all gathered at the lawyer's office. My sister arrived dramatically late, holding her belly like a movie star in a maternity photo shoot. No bump. No change. She handed over a folder with a printed ultrasound, a letter supposedly from an OB/GYN, and even receipts for prenatal vitamins. I asked for copies. She refused. The lawyer read the will exactly as Dad had written it. When my sister realized she wasn't getting what she wanted, she faked a choking sob and asked to speak on behalf of the unborn grandchild. She claimed that since the baby would be a direct descendant, it should receive a portion. She argued that Dad would never abandon his grandchild. My brother side-eyed me. I stayed quiet for now. The lawyer said he would need medical verification. She said she'd send updated scans soon. That's when I acted. I took the ultrasound to a friend, who is a doctor. He laughed and said it was a stock image, used in promotional brochures. Nothing about it matched standard formatting for hospital imaging. I called the listed OB/GYN office. It didn't exist. The number went to voicemail, then disconnected. The letter had no watermark, no signature, just typed text and a blurry logo. I didn't confront her right away. I compiled everything. Screenshots, reverse image searches, metadata from the ultrasound file, everything. I even recorded a call with the fake number. Then I waited. I wanted to give her a chance to come clean. I called and asked her to meet. She showed up 20 minutes late, in full makeup, sipping a smoothie like nothing was happening. I laid out the evidence gently, asked her to be honest. Her face froze. Then she said, "You're just jealous this family still loves me more." That was it. I sent everything to the lawyer. Within a week, he froze her portion. The fraud clause triggered immediately. Her entire inheritance was voided. She screamed, threatened legal action, but the evidence was airtight. She went online, posting vague quotes about betrayal and being erased by narcissists. Her boyfriend dumped her. Mom stopped defending her. My brother blocked her entirely. She left the state 3 weeks later. I kept going, kept the business alive, renamed it after Dad. I hired 3 apprentices, built something real. I think he would have liked that. Months later, Mom asked if I'd meet my sister. Just a coffee. Just a talk. I hesitated, then said okay. She looked tired, smaller, defeated. No more fake confidence. Just someone who'd run out of people to lie to. She said, "I messed up." I listened. I didn't say much. She cried. Said she was in therapy. Said she missed the family. Said she didn't expect forgiveness. Just a chance to speak. I told her therapy was good. I didn't promise anything else, just said that I wasn't ready. But I appreciated the honesty. We text now and then. Surface level stuff. Birthdays. Holidays. No real connection. I don't owe her closeness. But I don't carry the anger anymore either. Just distance. That weight felt crushing at first. But now, it feels like armor. I stood up to someone who spent their life manipulating us. And I didn't break. I didn't burn the bridge. She set it on fire. I just stopped trying to rebuild it alone. She lost everything not because I punished her, not because I hate her, but because I finally chose to protect myself instead. I still visit Dad's grave every month. I tell him about new projects, about the employees. I think he'd be proud. So what'd you think? Share, like, and subscribe for more.